Hello and welcome to this 45-minute yoga session for hip flexibility. Anything that doesn't feel right or comfortable for your body, if you have any injuries or illnesses that might inhibit your practice today, please feel free to modify the postures and do not force yourself into any position that doesn't feel comfortable and natural for your body today. Okay, so we'll begin by closing the eyes and taking your awareness inside. Begin by watching the breath coming in through the nostrils and watching the breath as it leaves the nostrils. Feeling the breath coming into the body, feeling the breath flowing out from the nostrils. I'd like you to consider for a moment the word free. Free, and what that means to you. Maybe that word has a colour or a shape to it. Maybe you can visualize yourself being free, flowing, moving freely, without restriction, without restraint. Just taking your focus down to the pelvis and thinking about the hips. And freedom of movement around the hips and the pelvis. Keep us mobile and agile and free. So we're going to let go of that thought now and gently, in your own way, starting to open the eyes. And we can bring a little bit of movement into the fingers. And then we can gently release the legs out in front of us. So we're going to begin by picking up the right leg, holding behind the right thigh, and gently circling that leg around. And then we'll circle that leg around the other way. And I'm going to release that leg and pick up the left leg. So holding behind the thigh and circling the left leg around one way. And circling that leg around the other way. And we'll release that leg. Going to pick up the right leg again. And once more, circling the leg around one way. And circling that leg around the other way. And then we'll keep that leg up. We're going to take the right hand on the inside of the leg, underneath the foot. We're going to cradle that leg in the arm. Gently rock out that right hip from side to side. And then we're going to place the right ankle just behind the left knee. So it's really important to keep that right foot flexed, so the toes coming towards the knee. We'll sit up tall. See if you can start to feel an equal weight through both sit bones. For those of you who want more of a stretch, you can gently press on the inside of that knee, but keep the foot flexed. If you need less mobility there, hold the knee, support the leg. Excellent. And then we'll release that leg and we'll pick up the left leg. So again, circling one way. and circling the other way. And then keeping that leg up, we're going to take the left arm on the inside of the leg, take the hand under the ankle and gently cradle the leg and rock that leg side to side. Just massaging out any tension from the soft tissues around the hip. Excellent. Okay, let's place that ankle just behind the right knee. So flexing the left foot now. If you need support here, hold the leg up. If you're okay to let that knee come out to the side by itself, then allow that to happen. And if you want extra stretch, you can gently press down, but making sure that left foot is flexed. Breathing in any tightness that you feel around the hip. Send the breath to those spaces. And then relaxing that stretch completely. Well done. Okay, we're going to take the heels together now. So just the heels touching with the toes going out to the side. And you want to push the legs a little bit further away from you. Lifting the chest and coming into a soft forward bend. So no need to go too far. Try and relax your lower back. Relax your chest. And soften all the muscles in your face, your forehead, your eyelids, your cheeks and jaw. And slowly, slowly, slowly coming up out of that stretch. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together now. Start to bring the feet in towards your hips. Take hold of the feet. And your inhale, we're going to lift the knees up to the arms and gently squeeze the upper arms with the knees. As you breathe out, allow those knees to come back down. Inhale, lifting the knees, squeezing the upper arms. And breathing out, squeezing those knees down towards the floor. Inhale as you bring the knees up and squeeze. Exhale as you press those knees down. Inhale, bringing the knees up. Exhale as you press the knees down. Now, if you wanted to add a little extra stretch here, you can start to press the elbows into, they'll either come to the calf muscles or to the insides of the thighs. You can just add a little gentle pressure there. And then releasing that pressure, we can start to open up the soles of the feet. So turning the feet towards the sky, lifting the chest, a nice straight spine. Take a few breaths here. Wonderful. And then if you feel confident too, we can start to take the tummy down towards the feet. Again, there's no need to come too far. You can add in your elbows if you want to. Just coming into a comfortable stretch. Be no force, no strain. Keep breath flowing. Well done. And then slowly releasing that posture, bringing the knees back up. We're going to cross the shins, take the hands around the legs. Gently drop the head. Relax the back of the neck. Well done. And slowly coming back up. So we're going to repeat that sequence, taking the heels together, feet a little bit further away from the hips. Lifting the chest and coming into that soft forward bend. Now, some of you be really flexible and you'll be able to get your head to touch your heels. That's not the goal of the posture. Just come down as far as feels comfortable, natural for your body. Try and relax your arms, your legs. Relax the back of your neck. Soften all the muscles in your face. And then slowly, slowly, slowly rolling back up. And bringing the soles of the feet together once more. Start to bring the feet a little closer to the hips. Taking hold of the feet. On the inhale, lifting the knees, squeezing the upper arms. On your exhale, press the knees down. Inhale, lifting the knees, squeezing. Exhale, squeeze the knees to the floor. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, lower. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, up, squeezing those arms. Exhale, squeeze the knees down towards the floor. So sitting up nice and straight once more. We can start to open up the soles of the feet. Try and keep that lower back lifted so your upper body's lifting out of the hips. Okay, and then if you wanted to add in the elbows here, start to take the tummy down towards the feet and the chest, the sternum reaching forwards. Try not to think that you've got to round the back and come down. We want to lengthen the lower back, lengthen the spine, reach the chest forwards and bring the tummy down towards the feet. Okay, slowly, slowly, slowly coming all the way up, and we can hug the knees into the chest once more. So crossing the shins, taking the arms around the legs, and just gently relax your head and your neck here. Well done. Okay, and releasing that, we're going to come onto our backs now. So coming down onto our backs, bringing the knees into the chest, taking the hands around the shins. I'm just going to gently rock out the back side to side. And then we'll place the hands on the knees. We're going to circle the knees around one way, massaging out the back of the hips. Just feel that change in pressure between the shoulder blades, across the spine, around the back of the hips. And then we can circle the other way around. Excellent. Okay, and then we're going to take the arms out wide. We're going to drop the knees over to the right hand side, taking your gaze over your left shoulder. So really important to keep those shoulder blades grounded into the earth. And bringing the knees back up to center. We're going to drop the knees over to the left side as we look over the right shoulder. And breathing in, bringing the head and the knees back up to center. So we're going to lower the arms down, starting to bring the right foot into a half happy baby. So you want the sole of the foot parallel with the sky, ceiling, and gently reach up with that right hand. Take the outside edge of the right foot and gently bring the knee down to the side of the body. You can imagine breathing into that right hip. Again, no force. The exhale is the surrender breath. As you breathe out, you allow yourself just to relax and surrender into the posture. And then we'll release the right leg and we'll repeat with the left leg. So sole of the left foot shining up towards the sky. Take the outside edge of the foot and gently bring the knee to the side of your rib cage. Well done. And releasing that foot. We're going to repeat on the right side. So taking the right Put into happy baby. You can maybe visualize yourself as a really happy baby without any cares or worries. Just content to be in the moment. And releasing that right leg, and then we'll repeat on the left side. Make sure you're not holding any tension in your jaw or in your face. You let the face soften. Maybe even move the jaw. Make sure you're not gripping. Excellent. And release. And then we'll bring both knees into the chest once more. Okay, so we'll do another little sequence here. We're going to bring both feet into full happy baby. So the soles of the feet coming up towards the sky. Grab hold of the outside edges of the feet and gently bring those knees to the side of the body. Really important here to keep the lower back and the back of the hips connected to the earth. You don't want to roll up here. You want to keep that back down. Keep the neck soft, keep the face soft. And then we can bring the soles of the feet together, holding the soles of the feet and gently pushing the knees away from us. So exactly as we did in seated and lying down here, we can't cheat and round the back. We have to keep the back in contact with the mat. And then from this Baddha Konasana stretch, we are going to move into a squat stretch. So if you flex your feet, this time you have the shins parallel with the sky, taking the arms up straight, take the backs of the arms to the insides of the knees and gently push them outwards. So if you keep your feet flexed, you can imagine as if you're in a seated squat here. And again, the floor can help us to keep the back nice and straight so we know we're not rounding the shoulders or collapsing in that lower back. And then releasing that stretch, hugging the knees into the chest, draw them in, relax your tummy muscles. See if you can slacken off those tummy muscles so that they drop towards the spine. Excellent. So we're going to repeat that sequence again. We'll bring the feet into full happy baby, being sure to keep the lower back on the floor, gently bringing those knees down. And then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, hold on to those feet and push the knees away. Into a version of Baddha Konasana and angle stretch. And releasing that stretch and once more coming into squat position. So shins parallel to the sky, the feet are flexed, we raise the arms, take them between the knees and gently push the knees outwards. Maintaining a little bit of effort there, a little bit of stretch between the arms and the knees, but ensuring that you're relaxing your neck and your face and your shoulders. Well done. Okay, releasing that stretch completely, hugging both knees into the chest. And I'm going to place the left foot on the floor and we'll start to work into the hamstrings a little bit. So we'll stretch the right leg up to the ceiling. We're going to hold the hands around the back of the right thigh and draw that leg into the body. So again, shoulders and neck relaxed. You don't want to be straining up to get that leg and putting a lot of tension into your neck. You just want to be nice and soft in the upper body as you encourage that leg in towards your tummy. And then we're going to bend that leg at the knee. Relax. You can bounce the foot here a little bit. And then we'll take the leg up to the sky again. Now this time, if you want to start to slide the hands up the leg, you can take them to the calf. Draw the leg in. Keep those shoulders relaxed. And then we'll bend that knee, relax, bounce the foot. Take that leg up again, sliding those hands up towards the ankle maybe this time. Whatever feels right and appropriate for you today. Excellent. Okay, and then we're going to release that leg, bend the leg at the knee and pop your right ankle just above the left knee. And we're going to keep that foot flexed again as we did when we were seated. And we'll take the right hand and just gently push into that knee if that feels comfortable. Excellent. And then we'll release that stretch. Lift both legs off the floor. We're going to take the hands around either the back of the left leg and pull them in, or if you can reach, if your hip will allow, you can interlace the fingers around your calf muscle, your shin, and draw those legs in. But keeping that right foot flexed, don't let that right foot go to sleep. Okay, we're going to start to straighten the left leg up towards the sky, holding around the back of the thigh, drawing both legs in, and we're going to circle the left ankle. You can visualize any tension just draining away from the ankle, from the foot and the lower leg. Any stale or stagnant energy, just leaving that leg now. And we can circle that ankle the other way around. And then we're going to keep the foot still. And if you want to go even further, you can take the hands up to the calf. Draw that leg in. Bring both legs in. Big stretch on that right hip, so just take it slowly, gently. Listen to your body. And then we'll relax that stretch completely. And we'll work that same sequence on the other side. So keep the right foot on the floor. Send the left leg up to the sky. We're going to interlace the fingers around the back of that left leg and draw the thigh in towards your tummy. And then we'll bend the knee, relax, and bounce the foot a little bit here. And then we'll take the leg up again. This time you might start to straighten a little bit more. Take the hands maybe a bit higher up the calf. And then we'll bend the knee, relax. And then we'll take the leg up again and slide the hands up. Maybe draw that leg in a little bit closer this time. And then slowly releasing that stretch, we're going to take that left ankle just above the right knee, flexing the left foot. And if you want that extra stretch, as we did when we were seated, you can push your left hand into the inside of the left knee. Keep your left foot flexed. Don't let that ankle collapse in any way. Okay, relaxing that stretch. We're going to lift the legs off the floor. Take the hands around the back of the right thigh. Draw the legs in. If you have the space in the hip, interlace the fingers around the right shin. And pull the legs in. Keep the left foot flexed. And your shoulders and your neck and your jaw are nice and soft. Excellent. Okay, then we can start to straighten that right leg to the sky. Hands around the back of the thigh and circling the ankle around. And again, just visualize any tension from your day, from your week, Just draining away from the foot, the ankle, lower leg. Circling the ankle the other way. And we're going to keep the foot still. And for those of you who want more of a stretch, you can take the hands away from the thigh and up towards the calf. So draw both legs in close to your body. Okay, then gently release the hands, slowly release the legs. And we're going to unravel, bring both knees into the chest. Well done. Okie dokie. So we're going to start to ease our way onto the right hand side. Taking the left hand down and gently rolling our way up to seated, coming up nice and slowly. Okay, we're going to ease our way into all fours position now. So coming into a tabletop position. I'm just going to do a few stretches for the back. So tabletop position, ensure the fingers are spread wide, the hands are underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath your hips. As you breathe in, we're going to start to lift the tailbone, relax the belly towards the mat, start to roll through, lifting the chest and taking the gaze forwards. As you breathe out, we're going to bring the chin down to the chest, lift the shoulder blades, lift the center back and tuck your tailbone under. Inhale as you lift the hips, relax the belly, lift the chest and look forwards. Exhale, tucking the chin, round the upper back, round the shoulders, tuck that tailbone under. So 2 more at your own pace, working with your breath. If you close your eyes, you can really feel into the movement, feel into the posture. And then we'll make our way to a flat back position once more. We're going to take the toes together, take the knees apart and reach the arms forward to come down into swan stretch. Allow the chest to sink down between the shoulders, sinking into those hips. Think about the spine lengthening from the tip of the tailbone to the crown of your head. Well done. And slowly, slowly, slowly sliding those hands back. We're going to bring the knees back underneath the hips, coming back to our tabletop position. So let's do some tiger stretches here. So starting with the right leg, as you inhale, taking the right toes up, looking forwards. As you exhale, bringing that knee into the nose and rounding your back. Inhale, taking the toes up, looking forwards. Exhale as you bring the knee into the nose and squeeze. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, squeezing in. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, squeezing in. Lift that thigh high into your chest. Okay, we're going to step that foot to the outside of the right hand. On your inhale, we're going to lift the right arm, stacking the shoulders, looking up towards the palm if your neck is okay to do so. And exhale, lower the right hand. Inhale, lifting the left hand. Again, you can look up towards that raised palm. And exhale, lower that left hand. We're going to work the left knee back a couple of inches. We can start to maybe sink into the elbows here. Now, for some of you, you'll be able to bend the elbows a little bit. Some of you will bend the elbows and forearms will come all the way down to the floor. We're working our way into lizard stretch. If you feel confident to tuck the toes under and lift the back knee off the floor, you can come into a deeper stretch here. If you're happy with the knee down, you just keep the knee down. Well done. Okay, gently coming back into the hands, lowering the knee if it's off the floor. We're going to step that right foot back. And we're going to do those tiger stretches with the left leg. So inhale, taking the left toes up, looking forwards. Exhale, rounding your back, bringing the thigh into the chest. Inhale, taking the toes up, look forwards. Exhale, knee to nose, around the back. Inhale, pushing up. And exhale, squeezing in. Inhale, up. And exhale, squeeze in around the back. Lift that thigh high into your chest. And then we're going to step that foot to the outside of the left hand. So find your center, tummy muscles engaged. Inhale, lifting the left hand. We try not to put all our weight into that right hand. You should feel light, trying to lift up out of it. Exhale, lower the left hand. Inhale, taking the right arm up. Again, stacking the shoulders, going into a nice twist. And exhale, lower that right hand. Okay, we're going to work the right knee back. And start to bend at the elbows. So again, that might just be a little way, or you might come all the way into the forearms. And if you feel comfortable to lift the back knee off the floor, you're going to take the back knee off the floor and hold and breathe. Well done. Okay, coming back into the hands, lowering that back knee if it's off the floor. Take the left leg back to meet the right leg. And once more, we're going to bring the toes together, take the knees apart, reach your arms forwards and come down into swan stretch. You might find you've come a little bit lower into this stretch, maybe a little deeper this time. So we're going to walk the hands over to the right side, all the way over to the right knee. And we're going to lay the tummy over that right thigh, reach the fingertips to the right and walk your left fingertips a little bit more forwards than your right fingertips. And we're going to imagine we're breathing into the left side of the back. We're going to take 3 breaths, as if breathing into the left side of your back. Wonderful. And then we're going to walk the hands over to the left side and lay your tummy over that left side, working your right fingertips a little bit more forwards than your left. And this time we visualize breathing into the right side of your back. Taking 3 breaths. Well done. Okay, and then releasing that, walking the hands forwards. We're going to bring the hands back under the shoulders, the knees back underneath your hips, coming into tabletop position. We're going to lift into our first downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under, lift the knees, draw back the hips, squeeze and lift the inner thighs, scooping those tummy muscles up behind the rib cage, and easing the heels down towards the floor. Well done. And then slowly lowering those knees. We're going to step the right foot between the hands, bringing the right foot forwards to the front of the mat, taking the hands on that right thigh and gently rocking into the right hip here. So just testing the water to see how that hip's feeling now. We've warmed the hips up a little bit, so they should be feeling quite open. And then we're going to come all the way forwards. And if you're comfortable in the shoulders, you can raise the arms into a crescent lunge. If you'd rather keep the hands down, you can keep the hands down, whatever feels best on your back and your hips today. Excellent. Okay, we're going to come up to halfway. I'm going to start to straighten that right leg. Bringing the heel to the floor, hands either side of the leg. They can stay here, or if you want that deeper stretch, you're going to fold into the leg, coming into quite a strong stretch on the hamstring at the back of the leg. Maybe you're feeling that in the side of the leg as well. Breathe into that stretch. Well done. Slowly coming back into our lunge. So the right foot comes down, we sink into the right hip. And again, either hands on the thigh or all the way up into your crescent lunge. Those of you who have flexible backs, you can do a bit of a back bend here if you want to. Try not to grip with the toes. I found myself gripping for balance. Try and relax the feet. Okay, we're coming to that hamstring stretch once more. So up to halfway, straighten the right leg. And bringing the hands down. So you've got the hands there for control. Don't collapse. Just working to your own limit of the stretch without going beyond that limit. Remember, we'll all feel these stretches differently, okay? Okay, and then we're going to come forwards into that lunge once more, sinking into the right hip. And again, if you want to lift the arms, you can. Excellent. Okay, and we're going to drop those hands. Step the right knee back, and we're going to work the left foot forward between the hands. So starting to sink into that left hip here. Just rocking backwards and forwards. See how that's feeling for you. Sometimes when you close the eyes, you can get a really different perspective on where you're feeling the tightness and where you're feeling the stretch. Okay, we're going to come all the way forwards. You can either have the hands on the knee or you can lift them up. And those of you who back bend here, you can sink into that back bend. Just be mindful of the lower back. You want to be lifting out of the hips rather than just bending backwards. Okay, let's lower the hands. We're going to come up to halfway, straighten the left leg. Take the hands down, sinking into that hamstring stretch. Well done. Coming up to lunge once more, sinking into the hip. If you're taking the arms up, taking the arms up. Well done. Coming up to halfway, straightening that left leg again and folding in as far as feels comfortable for you. Excellent. Okay, last little lunge forwards into that left hip. It should be feeling nice and stretched out now. And then we release the hands. Release that left leg back. Fingers spread wide. We're going to lift into downward facing dog. Lift the hips, draw back those hips. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. And we're going to step through or jump through. We're going to come onto our backs. So you might lower the knees and come down more gently, or you might be one of these people who jumps the legs through. So we're going to ease our way onto our backs once more. Hug the knees into the chest. So let's come down. And we're going to rock out the back side to side. So again, massaging out the back of the hips. You feel that lovely change in pressure between the left hip, left shoulder and the right hip, right shoulder. And then we're going to circle the knees around one way. And we can circle the knees around the other way. Wonderful. And I'm going to place the feet on the floor close to the sit bones. Take your feet slightly wider than your hips and turn the feet outwards. So feet pointing diagonally to the corners of your room. Take the arms wide. We're going to drop the knees over to the right side. And you can take your head to look over the left shoulder. It's a slightly different hip stretch here. Relax the shoulders completely into the mat. Done. Let's bring those knees up to center. We're going to, again, feet wider than the hips, lowering the knees to the left and taking your head to the right shoulder. Again, just let those shoulders completely relax into the floor. Well done. And then bringing those knees back to center, hugging them into the chest. Give yourself a cuddle. And then we're going to ease our way down into relaxation. It's a really important posture at the end of your practice. Let your feet flop out to the sides. Let your hands flop out to the sides. Let your shoulders sink into the floor, making any adjustments that your body might be asking for. We'll take a grounding breath. We'll take an inhale through the nose. Slowly exhale through the mouth. Allow the whole of your body to become soft and still. Let yourself surrender into the pose. Relaxing all the muscles in your face. Relaxing your shoulders, your chest. Relax the arms all the way down to the tips of your fingers. Inviting softness all around the rib cage, to the stomach, into the waist. Relax your abdomen. Breathing softness into your left hip. And softness into the right hip. Relaxing your thighs, your knees, your lower legs, your ankles and your feet. And imagine a wave of softness flowing from the crown of your head all the way down your body and out through the soles of the feet. Just checking in. If you feel you're holding any areas of tightness, see if you can let that go and let that drop. Well done. So slowly, slowly, starting to feel a little lighter in your body, in your arms and your legs. Take a deep breath, draw prana into your system. We can start to make some movements in the fingers and the toes. In your own way, stretching out those arms and legs. And then easing the knees into the chest. And giving yourself a massive hug and give your body a big thank you. Slowly easing our way onto our right hand side. And you can use your left hand in front of the chest to ease your way back up to seated. Well done. Let's close our practice with an Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Well done. Om Shanti Namaste. Thank you very much for joining. See you in the next class.